Wait just a darn minute. Do you mean to tell me that you don't already have a guide on the plant-loving boy Wormwood Beard? I do, fellow human, I do. But that was for his introduction into Don't Starve Together, when in reality, our lonesome friend here first appeared in the Hamlet and Hamlet alone. That being said, plenty of what you'll hear today has certainly been covered, but who am I to deny the fact that Wormwood is best suited for Hamlet, and this is what we're gonna show today. And right off the bat, unpronounced to me, Wormwood apparently gets his own starting area, and this is really cool actually, and it's something that I'm kind of sad doesn't get utilized more, and hopefully it will in the future. But for now, know that hammering the pillars around will lead the rocks, and surprisingly, using a pitchfork on the turf will net you 4 pieces of cut stone, which is very, very nice. But seriously, his own unique starting area? Why have they not thought of that before? But on to something we do already know, and that is his connection to plants and how it all leads to a neutral relationship between him and them. But in Hamlet, that extends to the jump and snap toots of the jungles of all shapes and sizes, which is absolutely wonderful, as well as just the simple loot-snatching vines of these very same jungles too. Just keep in mind that snap toots will still attack you if you got meat in your inventory, but my goodness folks, with just how much grief the jungles can give you in Hamlet, this is a very worthy perk, as eliminating 2 worries at once cannot go underappreciated. Maybe I should have picked Wormwood for my Hamlet series. However, this same botanical connection very much has its downside, because simply picking flowers of any sort at any time is going to result in a loss of 5 sanity each time, and this could be pretty darn devastating and can stack up fast. And this also includes simply digging up entire plants as well, so relocating things for base is gonna take its hit. Furthermore, 2 points of sanity will drop again for even indirect uprooting of all these plants, so using things like the hippopotamus or bearger and things like that can still be beneficial, but give it time and you will be feeling the very same effects. And it might still get worse for you folks, because we gotta be careful, as a whopping 15 sanity will drain for each tree you fell, no matter the size or its state. And I don't think I need to explain that one. But finally, another 2 sanity gone for burned plants, seeds, trees, etc. He just loves his horticulture, but that doesn't mean he benefits from it all the dang time. That being said though, before we mention how to combat this sanity debacle very easily, let's just build on Wormwood's taste for fire. Well, he hates it. He catches on fire so flippin' fast, but thankfully it is not as bad as it once was when he first launched, because even then, putting down a simple campfire would mean you're on frickin' fire. Trust me, it can still kinda be overly annoying now, but considering what it was, you can deal with this, because it's not that big of a deal anymore, and he doesn't have that 25% more damage taken like he does in DST. But Wormy here has other perks, everyone, one of which is his ability to plant seeds of any sort without the need for farms, and this alone has massive benefits, even if these seeds planted in this manner do take 4 days to grow. But we, for right now, are looking at it for the sanity gains. Planting seeds, tufts, saplings, trees, bushes, you name it, grants 10 sanity in return each time. So yes, chopping a tier 3 tree, but then planting the seeds that drop will actually net you 5 sanity overall. But in short, you have a love-hate relationship going on pretty much at all times. But uniquely, Wormwood gains sanity for each shovel-less dig through a dung beetle's pile of crap. It's honestly a really good way to stave off going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and who would have guessed? Man, his sanity gain abilities sound a little too good to be true, and you know what? You're right. However, that is one stat, everyone, and it ain't everything. Not one single food item in the entire game can heal our boy here. Not one. Sure, the other stat regens will take effect, but healing is gonna do bugger all. Although keep in mind this does correlate to negative effects too, so you can honestly just eat up all the monster foods you wish with no worries. But one of his unique ways to get around this healing wall is through slathering literal crap on himself. Manure, guano, and even buckets o' poop help Wormwood regain 2 health a single use. And with how simple poop is to amass in Hamlet, this actually is a viable strategy. And you can do it super dang fast too. However, there is something far better. And to get to it, we need to take a look into his unique crafting tab, the Green Thumb. There are 5 crafts available to Wormwood and Wormwood alone. So, let's fire right on through them. And first up, the Compost Wrap. That niter is gonna give you some trouble in Hamlet, unless of course you go shopping on the second island. But if you do manage to get what's needed, you'll have an item that heals Wormwood for 30 a schmear. Honestly, it's like the best heal you've got. But keep in mind that the process of doing so is kinda slow, and that in and of itself can be quite dangerous in some combat scenarios. But now this is cool. Wormwood boasts the ability to pull a Groot and chop off a single living log from his very body at the cost of 20 health each. So if you can get enough heals going, you could very easily amass rare living logs like it's nothing, and that is very, very nice. Oh, but here's something not showcased in his Don't Starve Together video. The Poison Balm. Using one of them living logs and a venom gland, you have a character-specific means of, yes, you guessed it, removing the poison effect on oneself. It's cool and all, but not only can a venom gland simply do that itself if you really wanted, but anti-venom already exists in Hamlet anyway. But oh well, at least it takes away the sick. But this is more like it's the Bramble Husk and the Bramble Traps, 2 Wormwood crafts that already have their very own videos on this very channel, but they may be hiding some Hamlet exclusives behind their thorns. As an armor, the Husk offers the abysmal 65% damage absorption rate at only 375 durability, but it does do 22.5 damage to whichever mob happens to be eating your face off this time around. That could be useful, but honestly, combat is not its true purpose. For you see, Bramble Husks offer protection against the thorny things of the Don't Starve universe, like your very own Bramble Traps, for example, or better yet, the very bramble walls of the lush season. Get yourself a suit of this and then start clearing the way, and you'll be walking away without any thorns in your behind and no damage taken. Again, I think you know why I decided to make this video and show why Wormwood is best explored in Hamlet over his other appearances. Next, his Bramble Traps. They are super easy to amass and Don't Starve Together and such, but since bees don't buzz about in Hamlet, you'll have to slaughter some scorpions for a very low chance of stingers, or just get super lucky down under to even make but one. In short though, they're teeth traps that may deal less damage, but actually have range to them, so you can very easily use less to handle the same amount of enemies over that of normal teeth traps. I just, wouldn't use them against armored enemies like this, but you get the idea. Oh, but make sure you're wearing the Bramble Husk when you're handling these. And one last note, a Wormwood blooms. He'll do so in spring, monsoon, and lush seasons, and has 3 stages each time. Each stage sees a movement speed increase, as well as a faster hunger drain up to 2 times faster in his final stage. However, the blooming effect only lasts 2/3 of the season, so it's not that bad, especially in Hamlet, because that really means only mere days of a blooming state. But folks, you gotta take advantage of it, because in these states, he is immune to hay fever, and that is fan-flippantastic. But there you have it, everyone. Wormwood the Lonesome and his flowery pureness back on the big screen one last time. He truly does bring with him a unique and playful style of gameplay with a certain set of challenges that honestly offer good fun over unneeded frustration, in my opinion. And I'm actually really glad to have shown him off in his original form all these months later. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.